It started over 60 years ago. Harry and Bertha Holt saw need across the world. Children orphaned, abandoned, desperately in need of help. They knew these children needed and deserved one thing: a family, a loving and caring home. So they stepped boldly into the gap. Harry got on a plane to begin that work, and Bertha started making phone calls, tirelessly lobbying the seats of government, because at that time, that's what they were called to do. A thing called international adoption had never been done before. It took both houses of Congress to pass a special law so that Harry and Bertha could adopt 8 orphan children from South Korea. And on that day, international adoption was born. Since then, Holt International has grown to become a voice and a provider for children across the world. At our core is the same belief of our founders, that every child deserves a loving and secure home. Through the decades, we've brought tens of thousands of children home through international adoption and in-country adoption, and kept countless numbers of families at risk together where they live around the world, solving a crisis for a child before it ever begins. We are Holt International. We've been stepping into the gap for children for over 60 years, and we're just getting started.
What is going on, my friends? So good to be able to see you guys on this Sunday evening. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday and looking forward to a great week ahead. I don't know about you guys, but Sundays are days that are a great day to relax, refocus, and reset. And hopefully this evening can be one that will help you kind of reset in a way that's beneficial. So I just wanted to be able to play some songs for you. Feel free to leave me in the comments below where you're from. And if there's any specific songs that you want me to play for you tonight, this is all about trying to connect with you guys more and play stuff that's actually going to be, encouraging to you as well. So I want to start off with one of my personal favorites, and I start off a lot of shows this way, specifically because it's the reason why I make music. This time, this place was designed for you to see God's grace every moment. So divine, a chance to see the Master's design. If only the Spirit will open our eyes to the truth that this is for your glory, all your glory, everything designed for your glory, all your glory, for your glory, yeah. Every trial, every way, avenues to give you the praise, focusing my heart, pointing others where we all had to start. If only the Spirit will open their eyes to the truth that this is for your glory, all your glory, everything designed for your glory, all your glory, every word that we speak, everything that we do, may it all point to you, to the truth that this is for your glory, all your glory, everything designed is for your glory, all your glory. Help me live my life for your glory, all your glory, and shine bright for your glory, all your glory, and for your glory, yeah. And for your glory, All right. Hey, Janet, so good to see you, friend. Thanks so much for being here. It's good to see your smiling face. And Deborah as well. Good evening, Matt. I'm making a live, which I haven't done in a while. Looking forward to your evening. I would love and blessings to you and yours, your family, your friend Deborah. Carry on, my friend. Oh, thanks so much for being here. It's so good to see you. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me on this fine Sunday night. I don't know where you guys are, but what day was that? Saturday? It was outside working in the bus all day. Because we got a big truck coming up this next Sunday. We're headed to Texas. And there were quite a few things that were on the to-do list of things that needed to be done for a big trip like that. And still a lot more things that have to get done this week. But it's funny because Saturday we were outside and it was chilly. Not too bad. And my kids were riding up and down the driveway on their bikes. Both Ivy and Corin learned how to drive without training wheels this week, which is pretty cool. And then we woke up this morning and there was snow on the ground again. So right before I came here in the studio, there's just picturesque snowfall just coming down, all glistening and white. And even though it's cold, I love a good snowfall. It's not easy to understand. It's not easy, but I'm gonna try. Never been so humble when I am looking through another's eyes. Walk a mile in someone else's shoes. Walk a mile down the middle of the street. Don't deny the present truth, even though it's a daily reality. 'Cause life ain't always so black and white. There's right and wrong on both sides, fueled by fear and intolerance. It's time to reverse this trend. Stop looking the other way. Start living in the gray. Oh, I am a product of my surroundings. I am a product of my own thoughts. And I don't have to let it stay this way. I can choose to not blindly obey. 'Cause life ain't always so black and white. There's right and wrong on both sides, fueled by fear and intolerance. It's time to reverse this trend. Stop looking the other way. Start living in the gray. tolerance. It's time to reverse this trend. Stop looking the other way. Start living in the gray. Living in the gray. Living in the gray. There's so many opportunities to impact people if we are willing to step out of our comfort zone and think more about others than thinking about ourselves. It's interesting, heard a sermon today that talked about how they weren't, person speaking wasn't entirely sure where ambition coincided with their faith walk. I was talking with my dad afterwards, and I said, I know exactly where it coincides. Because Scripture talks a lot about selfish ambition, where you're thinking of yourself. But I think God uses God-ordained ambition, the desires of your heart, to serve other people. And I've had the opportunity, thankfully, to be able to do that for friends and for fans as well, by writing custom songs. Where my ambition of being able to change the world through using music, by comforting the afflicted and confronting the comfortable, has brought me on this intersection of people, music, and the life that they live. Unfortunately, not all life is butterflies and roses, and that's okay. The song is called Love You Still. I feel like I swallowed a knife and cut down deep inside. Nothing short of a miracle could take this hurt away. As each moment passes by, the weight of my greatest fear arise, holding me below the surface where I could barely breathe. With empty hands and a broken soul, I want you back, God said no. With endless tears I plead my case. It was never supposed to be this way. I don't understand and I never will. I love you still. Life will never be the same. We changed our world in so many ways. There will always be a void your life was meant to fill. I am angry, hurt and afraid. Never thought I could feel this way, but I feel like part of me is stolen away. With empty hands and a broken soul, I want you back, God said no. With endless tears I plead my case. It was never supposed to be this way. I don't understand and I never will. I love you still. You were only here for a little while. soul. I want you back. God said no. With endless tears I plead my case. It was never supposed to be this way. I don't understand and I never will. I love you still. I love you still. All right, let's see. You got a couple more comments. Janet, hey. Yes, Janet Jabberjaw is here. Good to see you, friend. Thanks so much for being here. And Deborah, this is the absolute truth. Oh, thank you. Yep. There is a great thing that I've been pondering. And I say it's great not because I think it's some brilliant idea that I've come up with, but because I feel like it's actually the reason why I've struggled so long with being able to reconcile what I do musically and what I do vocationally with music. And I think the truth of the matter is, I think a lot of times we're scared to do things well because if we do them poorly, there's a good excuse for why it doesn't work. And if we do things well and it doesn't work, it means that maybe we spent time on something that wasn't worth it, or at least we see it as not being worth it. And I think the more creative that we can be, the more we stretch our creative muscle, the more opportunities we have to see who God truly is, because He created us in His image. And the creativity that we produce is an outgrowth of our relationship with Him. And I think for creatives that live in this tension of trying to pursue their creator while continuing to pursue creating, for a long time we've just been put down because apparently we're chasing after our own selfish desires for some reason. And sure, there's going to be some people that do that, but I think it's just put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths for Christian creatives, unless they're the big names that you already know. And I think that is absolutely sad and horrible, and I'm going to spend the rest of my life trying to change that. Cling to the cross where salvation rests, broken for us so we know righteousness, eternally grateful for Christ's precious blood. Oh, cling to the cross where God justified us. Cling to the cross where our Savior bled, taking God's wrath as He bowed His head. It is finished was His cry. Oh, cling to the cross where the Lamb had died. To the cross we shall cling, all our hope and all we need. Death to sin, raised to life, Christ our Lord be glorified. Cling to the cross where the price was paid, not only from our sin, but made perfect in our ways, taking off the old man and putting on the new. Oh, cling to the cross with all that we do. To the cross we shall cling, all our hope and all we need. Death to sin, raised to life, Christ our Lord be glorified. Cling to cross and you can truly live, laying all our sin down to be sacrificed with him. Someday he's coming back to rule and reign. Oh, cling to the cross where salvation knows your name. To the cross we shall cling, all our hope and all we need. Death to sin, raised to life, Christ our Lord be glorified. Christ our Lord be glorified. Losing sleep every time she cries. A mother's love never dies. Someday she'll grow up and leave, but right now her love is all she needs. Bright and early and out the door, home later than the day before. He works hard so they can live, providing all he can for them. And all that life demands can take more than it gives. And whatever becomes of us, may they know how we live as sojourners in a foreign land. Time is money and talk is cheap. Only heads are paid to speak. Give me time and I will prove I'm more than just what I do. And all that life demands can take more than it gives. And whatever becomes of us, may they know how we live as sojourners in a foreign land. The reason, the drive, the passion beating, keeping us alive every day and every hour. More than just trying to survive, not the what, but the why. We wake up side by side, face the day, holding on, living proof where we belong. And all that life demands take more than it gives. And whatever becomes of us, may they know how we live as sojourners in a foreign land. As sojourners in a foreign land. Oh man, hope you guys are doing all right out there. I know for most of y'all, you had church this morning. Some people actually, so I heard this from another artist who, of course, they live in Nashville, which just makes more sense for. But their church, they actually have a Tuesday night service. And the reason why they do that It's because there's musicians that tour professionally that live in Nashville, one. And two, they're on the road usually Wednesday through Sunday, Monday sometimes, depending on when they get back. You're staying a country gig or whatever's out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then maybe Sunday night. But even if they have a show Saturday night, unless it's in town or whatever, making it to church on Sunday morning is a little difficult for them to do. So instead of just making them feel guilty for not being there, they ended up accommodating and making a service specifically for that crowd of people. And it's interesting because when you think about it in the way that church is the people. It's the gathering of God's people. It's not a building, and it's not a specific time or a specific hour. And I think it's good to remind ourselves at the opportunities that we have as the body of Christ to be able to minister to other people, no matter where they are. And that's part of the reason why I wrote the song in 1 Foot in the Grave, specifically because I feel like the main purpose that we have in this world is we're sons and daughters calling brothers and sisters home. That's why we exist as God's people, is to glorify Him and to make Him known among the nations to other people. And I wrote 1 Foot in the Grave specifically because I think sometimes in our Christian walk, in the corporate Christianity, we end up spending so much time trying to get programs and stuff right that we miss the people. And this is not this is a huge wide brushstroke. It's not every church, but it's a lot of them, to where we spent so much time building up these structures and things that we've lost. We've lost the heart of why we exist. Yes, structures are needed to be able to meet in, but if that's all our purpose is building buildings, we've lost the ability to build into people, which last far longer. So I'm really excited. I'm working on a project right now for this song called 1 Foot in the Grave. It just released on Friday. So I'd love you, go listen to it. I'll play it here for you, but I want to do a devotional that just kind of goes through the different lines and subsets in here, because there's just so much packed into it that I think are truths we need to be reminded of. Spent years of my life trying to change others' minds. Never realized the power of changing my own. Stop highlighting sin, start singing the hymn. Widen the circle, begin holding hands. 'Cause love is a person and I need him the most. There's no greater sinner than the one in these clothes. I can't change the world by running away. Stop building castles, live 1 foot in the grave. Fear makes me cautious and faith says to trust. I may not know the answers, but I know the one who does. Tomorrow is uncertain, but today was yesterday. You'll never learn to walk if fear gets in the way. 'Cause love is a person and I need him the most. There's no greater sinner than the one in these rows. I can't change the world by running away. Stop building castles, live 1 foot in the grave. There's hope in darkness, there's joy through the pain. Only truth can chase the shadows as they try to block the way. The path is without trials, no life will be unscathed. Where you're going will determine your final resting place. 'Cause love is a person and I need him the most. There's no greater sinner than the one in these roads. I can't change the world by running away. Stop building castles, live 1 foot in the grave. Stop building castles, live So yeah, that guy released out on Friday this past week. So if you haven't heard that song yet, that's why. It's brand new. It came out calendar March 10th was the release date. And if you had a calendar, you had the opportunity to listen to that all the way from March 1st all the way to the 10th before anybody else did. So if you haven't grabbed your calendar yet, you can do that at the link listed below. There's also some merch links as well down there. Before we go any further, I do want to take this opportunity to remind you of the reason why I make music is to comfort the afflicted and confront the comfortable. And there's some definitely some pretty cool partnerships that I've made connections with that I would love for you to be a part of. And I want you to check this video out real quick.
Caring for the world's most vulnerable and powerless is complicated. At Holt International, our mission is clear: to care for children who are suffering, in poverty, and at risk from a myriad of dangers. It's a task that's nuanced, layered in uncertainty, and constantly changing. Every day we see children who are at the brink of ruin, neglected, cast aside by an indifferent world, rocked by forces beyond their control. Vulnerable children bearing a profound need. This is why we exist. Holt International's mission puts the world's most vulnerable children first, providing care and support for those who are orphaned, abandoned, or at serious risk of separation from their family. That means supporting struggling parents before children are abandoned. It means finding adoptive parents within a local community where that child can thrive. It means finding a caring family for that child on the other side of the world, too. Because we believe every child deserves a loving and secure home, finding a forever family for every child is at the core of who we are. We are the only organization whose one-on-one, child-centered model of service strives to keep children within their family first, cares for those who are abandoned or orphaned wherever they are, and then finds homes, loving families, in-country and internationally too. In a world of overcrowded orphanages, unhealthy institutions, and dark corners, Holt's care is different. As a child sponsor, it means that our sponsored child is being watched over by one of our trusted caregivers, known by name, seen, heard, and loved. We walk with every child every step of the way, through abandonment, before adoption, through placement, and after a family is found. But we cannot do this alone, and the need is so great. Yes, the echoes of COVID resound, but no problem is too big. No need is too great to do what is right. But without your support, none of this is possible.
So if you are interested in joining me in changing the world one child at a time, text the word HOLT, H-O-L-T, to 740-831-3800 and sponsor a child today. I will. When you text the number, it means that I know that you're interested. I'll give you a call, and then we'll literally sign you up probably first thing tomorrow. It's $39 a month. These are actually living, breathing children. This is not just putting money into a pot and saying, hey, you're changing the world. You are literally giving opportunities to children who do not have it. So if you're interested in doing that, please text that number. I'll leave it up there so you guys can text that anytime tonight. But I appreciate you guys being here and allowing me to do what I do so that we can do what we can to run towards people's disaster and pain. This world is not perfect. I don't plan on it ever being that way till the Lord returns. But we have an obligation, and our faith compels us to run towards people. This world is filled with sorrow. This world is full of pain. Looking around, I'm certain that something's gotta change. What am I to do? What am I to say? I'm no savior, I'm no surgeon, but I can't let it stay this way. So I'll run to disaster. I'll sprint towards the pain. I'll give all that I am for the chance that I could change. Better to live your life given than wishing that you dead. So I'll run to disaster. I'll sprint towards the pain. I'll give all that I am. So will you run to disaster? Will you sprint towards the pain? Give all that you are for the chance you could change. So I'll run to disaster. I'll sprint towards the pain. I'll give all that I am for the chance that I could change. Oh, I know that we will all change. Awesome stuff. Hey, Karen, thanks so much for being here, friend. Good to see you. Fantastic stuff. Oh, no, you fell down? I hope you're okay. That is not good at all. One from the grave. That is, thank you so much, friend. I'm glad you're loving it. Nee, my friend, I agree. You are totally, you totally love you enough. Said Carrie, my friend, you are a godsend to me more than you ever know. Oh, that's so good to hear, Deborah. Thankful that God has allowed me to be used to encourage you, for sure. Lots of hurt, or it hurts a lot, depth in the song, One Foot in the Grave. You really have to pay attention to words. I got it, and I think you kindly. Anytime. Yep, I like writing stuff that has depth and meaning. There's a lot of depth in the song. I'm correcting the beginning of my last message. Didn't always come out the way you wanted to. Very true. Yeah, silly texting and computers try to think for us. Awesome. Sweet. I have played One Foot in the Grave. Amazing. Beautiful. Keeps me going back. Awesome. Fantastic. Yeah, that's a song that been convicted about quite a bit recently, at how often we tend to shirk our responsibilities to seek after brothers and fellow brothers and sisters instead of trying to just seek areas and ideas for our own comfort and good. And I think the church was meant to do a whole lot more than just create a comfortable environment. That's just me, though. So, but I got one or two more for you, and then I don't know about you guys, but this morning came pretty fast. And it's been a long day. And there's only one thing that can cure that disease of tiredness. Awake I come with tired eyes, searching for what will satisfy. Last night was late, the dawn came fast, and in the haze, my alarm was smashed. Caffeine, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense against tiredness. Caffeine, how I need you. When I am weak, caffeine is strong. Inside myself is where it belongs. Some say I trust in it too much. I could stop, but one part is not enough. Caffeine, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense against tiredness. Caffeine, how I need you. So teach me a song, rise to you. So teach me how to make French press. I heard it was by far the best. And if I can't get Dunkin' before I die, let's bury some hazelnut by my side. Caffeine, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense against tiredness. Caffeine, how I need you. My one defense against tiredness. Caffeine, how I need you. My one defense against tiredness. Caffeine, how I need you. So very good. Janet. Say myself in my heart to know you can be a part of Holt fills my heart. Awesome. Yep. Yeah, being a part of Holt and knowing full well that you're sponsoring a child that is going to have opportunities now and be able to hear the gospel message and stay with their family. That's one of the biggest things is Holt is all about trying to keep kids with their family. They're not trying to separate them or get them adopted. If that's the right call, then that's like the last thing that they want to do, just because they want to make sure that they can keep families together. And I'm a huge family man. I got 4 kids of my own, and I sponsor a child through Holt, specifically because I want her to be able to stay with her family as well. So You got your letter. Awesome. Sweet. Perfect. Yep. That is fantastic. Well, friends, it has been a fantastic day today. I appreciate every single one of you for coming and hanging out with me for a little bit. Hopefully this was encouraging for you as you step into your week next week with whatever that may hold. You guys are created on purpose with a purpose, and I just cannot thank you enough for supporting me and my music and allowing me to be able to be a part of the soundtrack to your life. Again, you were created on purpose with a purpose, and my goal is to help make music that challenges you and encourages you to go walk and live in it. So thank you guys so much. Have a fantastic rest of your evening. I love you guys very much, and hopefully I'll be seeing you all real soon. Have a good one, and we'll see you guys later.